recording. Welcome to Me Time with Mind Escape Vibe, where it is your time to be kind to your mind. I'm super excited today because I have on my show one of the loves of my life, my heartbeat, my younger sister, Ebony, is joining me today. And I am just going to take a step back and let her just introduce her beautiful self.
Hi, everyone. My name is Ebony. I am the baby sister. How's everyone doing out there today? It is such a privilege. I am so grateful my sister has me on here today. I'm looking forward to this cave interview.
It's going to be lit. Let me tell you something. She takes me there. She going to bring the GI out of this girl that's now living in Florida. She going to bring that GI right on out. So, excuse me ahead of time.
Here we go. Keep it real.
We're going to keep it 100. That's what I like to do. Baby. So, when I get started, I like to start off with a mental victory vibe celebration. So, the mental victory vibe celebration, you're very familiar with it. Something you've done for yourself, an activity, something that you've done to just make yourself feel all around fantabulous because you look beautiful. But of course, that's our genetics, right? That's our genetic blueprint.
Yes.
So, what have you done for yourself?
I've been working on me, sis, every day, giving myself grace, sis, every day. I'm listening. I'm giving myself grace every day, sis.
Hey, that is the best form of self-care, to give yourself some grace and self-love and just a hug on yourself every single day. Were you doing that before?
Say that again.
Were you doing that before, giving yourself grace every day?
No, I am definitely. Yes, you can, Joya. I'm sorry, that's my son. You can have it, Joya. Go ahead. I don't want to say that.
This is a family show. Junior can ask us questions. This is a family show. Hey, me timers. This is a family show. It happens. We might even get Wayne to sit on down for a second, bring it on in. So it's a family show. If you got a problem with hearing the children, I'm sorry. It's a family show.
So no, I was not giving myself. You know what? I am my worst critic, actually, or was, I would say. So. When we ask what is your mental victory, giving myself grace is definitely a victory for me because I definitely was my hardest critic. So yeah,
I can understand that. I've walked in that harshest critic role for a long time, and every now and then she try to come on over and visit, do some criticking and some sabotaging and some down talking, negative talking to me. She tried to do those things, and I have to just check her and say, not today. I reject what you're saying.
Yeah,
it's not gonna happen today. So for this show, I wanted to just go back to the cards. So the game we're going to play for our show today is Ebony also has the Mind Escape Vibe mindfulness card. So we're gonna pull from the deck. And we're going to say an affirmation. Each one of us will pull, and then we'll talk about what it means to us as we had a conversation. How did that sound, Eb?
Wonderful. Let's go.
Before we go, though, I thought just fell in my brain. Let's dedicate this show to our mama.
Yes. Come on.
Come on now, Cora. Come on through now.
Come on, Coralie. Let's go.
Come on, Coralie. Bring it on through. So let's dedicate this show to our mama today and show her some love as we show her how her girls are maturing and growing and becoming better people. How about that? I know, y'all. I have to keep it together because Ebony can take me there. I have to. Even my articulation, my brain is saying, "Hey, Renee, back it up." I know it's terrible. Em, I gotta get it together, girl.
I'm gonna try to take you there. I'm gonna try to keep
girl. If it happened, it happened. Everybody don't know that Nabu That neighbor that came from the GI, she be down deep. Very few people can bring out Nabu. You can. So, let's go ahead and shuffle our cards. All right. Ooh. Let me tell you the one I got. I am setting healthy boundaries and saying no when I need to. What's the first thing that comes to mind when you hear that?
Real life. No is a complete answer.
Yeah, it's a complete sentence.
Complete sentence. There we go. No is a complete sentence. I had to learn that. Oh.
Why'd you have to learn it, Eb?
Come
on, fill us in.
Because I found myself to be such a perfectionist and always a team player and always want to help somebody, especially at work. So I had to learn this to just say no. Nah, you're not about to overwork me. No.
You had to learn to say, hey, I'm at capacity. That's it.
No.
I gave all I can.
Yep. Not today.
Now it's a lot of me timers out there that heard that statement and they like, girl, I feel you on that. I feel you on that. What's some advice you can give to them about starting to set that boundary?
Oh, boundaries. Oh, number one. Oh, you got to first set some expectations. Ooh.
Did she take us there? Oh, let me just look under my paper. Okay. Go ahead on with them expectations. Go ahead on. I'm listening. School me.
Because the expectations, you got to really figure that out first. What you gonna do, what you not gonna do, what's expected, what's not expected. Because I had to figure that out.
How did you walk through that process? How'd you walk through that process, sis?
You know how, girl. You had to help me.
I know I helped you. You walked through the gladness program. I did, but I don't. This about like I want you to share.
Okay.
I want you to share.
I have the gladness program helped me, sis. I called you. I complained. I needed some help. I needed some direction. I was going crazy.
It's not. She didn't really complain, y'all. What was really going on? Here's the skinny. Here's the skinny about Eb. Eb is so helpful, and she is a motivator, and she gonna give her. Most people say, "Oh, we gonna give 110%." You already give them the side eye because you like 110 is more than 100. Eb be like, "I'm gonna give 210."
I do.
And sometimes it gets under her skin.
It do. You know what? I love helping. I am a helper by nature. I've been doing. I've always been that way. I love helping in all facets, personal, business, all the time. So I feel like I am like just the people's advocate. That's.
I love that, people's advocate. But even a people's advocate has to have some boundaries, right?
You gotta set some boundaries.
How did you start setting your boundaries? After you got your expectations lined up, you lined up with yourself. So your expectations weren't expectations that you have for others. Were they expectations for yourself?
Yeah.
Wow. And how did that feel, digging deep inside to set those expectations and walking through that process?
Because guess what? My stress level has completely dropped down. Now.
Wow. Wow. So you can easily identify your capacity before you even get to a point where you finna boil over now.
Yep. I figured it out. And so ultimately, before it even begins to build up, I'm like, oh, that's what we're not gonna do. That's what we're not gonna do. I'm not going there.
That's what we not gonna do. For the people in the back, that's what we not gonna do is a short way of saying, let's back this up. This is not gonna work for me. Let's just try it again. Mm-hmm. That's just for the folks in the back that didn't quite pick up on what she just put down. Go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Okay. So, oh no, I don't want none of that. What's that? Oh. I'm okay. My husband trying to feed me some ribs. I stopped eating. Let's talk about that. So yeah, I had to be able to, I guess, recognize these triggers before they occurred, so that I could feel it.
What did that feel like for you when you felt like it was bubbling up and the stress was just getting to you, and you were at a point where they had stepped past a certain boundary that you hadn't really set, but you knew you needed it? How did that feeling? How do you know that feeling is starting? What does it feel like for you?
Being overwhelmed.
Okay.
Too much. Frustrated, irritated.
Okay.
And so that means I don't want to deal with it. That means that we don't went too far. Okay. And so that let me know that I've let it go too far already. So I had to recognize before I made it there. And so I feel like me recognizing before it gets there was important.
And so if you felt overwhelmed, you recognized it. And then when you started to set the boundaries, how did you start? Because it's easy to tell people, hey, you need to set a boundary, go ahead and set a boundary. But it's a lot of folks that's out there that say, well, how did you start? I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. I don't want people to think that I don't want to help them. I don't want people to think that I don't want to be there for them. How did you start?
I had to make a list. I'm a list person. So
I made a list?
Yes. I had to make a list of what I was going to do and what I thought my expectations were. And then what I thought my duties consisted of. And, and build it upon that. And it helped me a lot. It really did help me a lot. And I really stuck to that, and I was willing to be open to add and subtract, and more so even add, because it's not about not trying to do something. I'm just trying to get a full understanding, so yeah, setting boundaries. I made a list. I just made a list, and I stuck to my list.
But you said a couple key things here that I just want to highlight. You made a list and you set the expectation, but you were willing to add and subtract from the list. So you kept an open mind throughout the entire process.
Yeah.
And you were willing to be open to discuss it.
Yeah.
Some folks set boundaries and expect for you to read their minds.
That's not something. That's the problem. Communication has to be open. It has to go both ways.
And so when you started to have those conversations, how was it received?
You know what? It was received well. Surprisingly, actually.
Why are you surprised?
Because I am such a non-confrontational person, and I just assumed in my mind it was going to be confrontational, when in reality it was not.
So you had already wrote the motion picture, read the script, hired the cast. You knew exactly how it was going to go down, and it didn't go down that way.
Didn't go down that way at all.
I like it. And how did it make so that person that received it and the conversation that you had, it made for a good conversation? Everyone was okay in the end?
Yeah, it was good. And it continues to be good. And I feel like it's a daily thing too. It's not like one and done. It's not like it's over. It's something that I'm doing every day. So it's
a lifestyle, in other words.
Yeah. Romance is a lifestyle. Setting expectations is a lifestyle. It's
okay to say no.
Yeah, it's a lifestyle. It's a day. It working on you is daily. Is a lifestyle change. And something
I do believe that.
It's something I'm learning every day, and I'm willing to do the work. And you know what? Now that I'm putting in this work, it's amazing. I love it. I'm putting in this work in all aspects of my life, and I love it.
It changes the way you show up. It changes the way you show up. Putting yourself first is not about being better than somebody else. It's not about I got the answer and you don't. It's just about being able to show up a better version of yourself for the people that you love and care about.
Yes.
You know, it's hard to really love and be present when you have so much clutter going on in your mind.
You're right.
You know?
You're right.
Okay, Eb, go ahead and read the card.
I am grateful for all that has blessed my life. Ooh.
That's some gratitude for you.
Come on.
So I'm gonna let you go first because you're the guest. What we both had a reaction to that card, and I think it has a lot to do with just our personalities and how we see things. But what first came into your mind as soon as you read that? You're right. It is amen. We should be like, amen.
Amen. Thank you, Jesus. That's what came to my mind. Because I am very grateful.
I'm grateful for you.
I'm grateful for you too, sis.
So I'm grateful. Ebony and I have a 12-year age difference, y'all. Don't ask me my age because I'm not telling you. Just let me tell you. Let me just say we got a 12-year age difference. So when she was born, it was like I had my own baby doll at home that was alive. And throughout the years, you know, the cultivating our relationship and being her big sister I took it very seriously, and I still do. And to just have her on my podcast and to just have her in my life is a blessing, because when I lose my center, she's the one that brings me back.
And vice versa.
We show up for each other. Even when we're not at our best, we still showing up for each other. And that is a blessing.
Yes. I remember, you know what? When I was little, oh my God. Ooh,
come on, girl. It's okay.
Okay, we're going to talk about it. When I was little, oh my God. You helped me through so many things. I feel like I was like way before my time because of you. You know, because of the age difference, you kept me out of so much mess and had me so mature before my time with so much stuff. I can only imagine what would have been if you weren't there to, you know, guide me through the mess, you know, deter me from and help me make better choices. You know what I'm saying? We had some serious conversations.
We had some serious conversations, and it's kind of like Rashawn. Rashawn is our oldest sister. Actually, let's just stop right now. Ebony, we're both gonna apologize to her because I don't want her mad at me. I don't know about you. Ro, we love you. Yeah. When I set these interviews up, it was not intentional to not do a sister panel. I'm just doing one person at a time. We love you so much.
Love you, sis.
Love you, sis. You know, and our oldest sister is Ro, and she's the enforcer. She's the enforcer, and she will line us up and do a Mo, Larry, and Curly. But she did that for me. She did that for me, especially as a young mom, just getting out there. She's like, no, that's not how you're going to do that. You're going to do it this way. And it's only fair that we pass that on. I couldn't imagine not being a good big sister to you and not showing you the way. Why would I let you make the same mistakes that I made? When I can talk to you about it and give you a full understanding of what I did, why I did it, and why you shouldn't.
Mm-hmm. You're right. I appreciate it. I'm grateful.
Hey, you just read it in the card. We just read it in the card.
Oh, Jesus. I'm grateful.
Okay. This one I got to dedicate to my pops. because this is why I wrote this card. I am enough. I have nothing to prove to anyone. What's coming to the heart right there, Eb?
So you remember this summer? Remember when we were doing the walkathon? And I had that shirt that said, I am enough. Remember that?
We did the Hey Sis video. Yep.
Yes, I love that because as you know, as a woman, as you know, anybody for real, but as women, you do need to know, we all need to know as people. We need to know that we are enough. There's so many people that just always struggle. I mean, everybody had a day where you just need that extra somebody just to encourage you and push you along, just to give you that extra confidence, to let you know, like, you got this, girl, you enough. I love that. I love that motivation. And so with that card, to me, it just makes me, my favorite saying is, keep elevating, keep pushing. Yes. You know, you are enough. I love that. I'm always about some good motivation. You know?
I know you motivated me. You tell me that I'll keep elevating, sis. Keep elevating. It was so much. I ended the year. I ended 2020 saying that. Keep elevating.
Oh,
you know, for me,
words are powerful.
Words are powerful. And this card is so important to me because I can remember being in the 6th grade and going, you know, they used to have recreation over there at Westside. And I would go over there to recreation, and I was a little chunky chick, you know, and want to get in the pool, and everybody make fun of me. And they say, I don't want to date you because you too big. I come running home to dad. I'm like, they said they didn't want to date me, they didn't want me because I was too big. And he was like, you enough. You don't have anything to prove to anyone. Do you know how old I was? I was 10 years old. I am 3 decades shy from that age. And that I still remember those words. I still remember those words because my dad was the first person to tell me that I was enough.
Powerful. You know,
it's powerful words. It's powerful words. So for any of those ladies that's listening right now, young girls, whoever you are, young gentlemen, you are enough. Yeah. And you have nothing to prove to anyone. Just keep elevating.
Keep elevating. Keep pushing. You can be anything you want to be. You can do anything that you want to do.
If you had to give a message to your younger self, what would you say to her?
You know what? Anything worth having ain't easy.
You've been talking to mommy today, haven't you?
Mm-mm.
Oh.
You know, I never talked to her about that, but no, I ain't talking to her about that. But you know, that's my, you know, I feel that way. Anything worth having ain't easy now. So.
And just elaborate for our younger audience, because, you know, I think our older audience gets that and they like, yeah, she dropping a gem there. But explain that to our younger audience that's coming up. Yeah. And they just like, but it's just so hard. It's just so hard. And I hear that. Mm-hmm. I hear it.
That means in reality, I hate to say it like that, that might mean you on the right path. You know, because if it's too easy, you know, something ain't right. You know, what's that saying? If it looks too good to be true, then it probably ain't. You know, like, it's one of them type of things. Like, if I can just make an example, like, for instance, childbirth. That's rough. You know, for us that done had kids before. For me, that I don't know if I don't want to.
It's okay. You can go there. We have moms that's listening and they agreeing. They like, yes, child. Yes. I'm right there with you.
I want to use that word, but it's traumatic.
Great word. Because that's not what I was thinking, but I like traumatic. Let's stay with that. It's a clean show. Family show. Yes, it was dramatic.
So that reverts back to anything worth having ain't easy. It was formatted. So it was hard. It was hard to do, but and even raising them is hard too. Anything worth having it easy. Like that whole process with these kids is hard. You know, but it's worth it, and it's not easy.
It is. It's funny. On my last 2 shows ago, my second one, JoJo was on, and she was talking about her transition from mommy mode to finding the woman within. And you are in the midst of it. Like you are in the midst of it. Working mom, hubby, couple kids, mother. Because just so we're clear, everybody, I'm not in the state, but Ebony is in the state and spends a lot of time with her mom. And you juggling a lot.
Girl, yeah. And when I tell you that ashwagandha, I mean, I'm not in no way promoting any like supplements, but when I tell you, you gotta figure some things out, okay? And that is helping me. Okay, it's helping me. Anyway, go ahead, sis. Sorry.
So, like, it's okay. It's okay. If they reach out and be like, hey, we want to sponsor, I'm not going to turn it down.
You got to figure out some things for you. You got to take time for you. Like that statement that you always put out there, sis, making yourself a priority so that you can be there for your family. That is a good example of why. Like you have to do that so that you can show up for everybody else. You know, you gotta have that time for yourself to be able to show up for everybody else. So just throwing it out there. Sorry.
It's okay. It is okay. I agree. I had to learn it. Mom of 3, my children are adults now, but at the same time, I still have to show up for them. I just show up for them in a different way. And even with my grandson, who texted me today and said, Grandma, can you make time to talk to me? Because I've been so busy showing up.
Yeah.
I don't want to show up for him tired and irritated because he's excited.
Yep.
He's excited. Okay. He's like, yes. And it's the same for your family. It's the same with your kids and your hubby. You want to show up and be energetic and be able to absorb the love that they're wanting to give.
Exactly. And so you're right. You got to figure it out. You got to figure out, how do you do that?
How did you do it, Eb? Tell the listeners, how did you do it?
Well, how do I continuously work on doing it every day? Because it's a daily process to work on every day, I can't say every day, like I got the magical key, you know what I'm saying? Because I work at it every day. Every day it's work. But what has helped is going to the gym because it gives me energy. It's like those endorphins make me happy. I don't know why. It's weird because you would think it make me tired because you're working out, but it for me it makes me more energetic. It's crazy. So and then I'm face slimming up. I'm looking a little, feeling good. Okay, I'm sorry about that. Anyway, so that and then I told you my little supplements, my little ashwagandha, that makes me feel a little happy too.
It takes the edge off because it's you're able to manage those because our hormones change. Like this is a good opportunity to talk about like our age difference is 12 years. And I've gone through that, those hormonal changes and some days I was not the nicest person. Let's just put it like that. And I'm sure folks that encountered me were a little nervous. And right now, are you going through that change where your hormones are a little imbalanced and you trying to just get all that under control?
Been going through it. And so it's like, I just have to be mindful, like just being mindful of it too. And even being mindful of it, sometimes it's not enough. But yeah, I mean, it's a daily struggle. I ain't gonna even hold y'all up. It's a daily struggle that I have to work at every day. But I will say the physical activity definitely helps. I will say that I've noticed a big change in that. Also, just being more positive, actually. Not
reframing those thoughts, because as humans, we are hard coded to have a negative thought first.
Yep. And I've been really changing my mindset and not focusing on negative things, but looking at things more positively. And that has changed tremendously. Like because I definitely, if I get on a negative train, I can dig.
It's like when you leave it though, and there's another way, you don't want to go back. You work really hard at waking up every day and trying to reframe those thoughts and to move forward in a positive way, because it feels so good. Yeah. It feels so good. I think the post I put out today for one of my reels, it was about it was about how life can happen. 3 things that you can do when life is trying to revert you to ratchet. Because let me tell you, I had a ratchet week. I had a ratchet week and life was taking me there. And I'm not going to even lie. My ratchet music starts with Mike Jones.
Okay.
And I said, okay, I'm going to talk about this and get it off my chest. So I ended that reel with, and sometimes when life reverts you to ratchet,
come on,
that song, and just be ratchet just for that moment. Get those feelings out, dance it out, scream. I think I was walking this morning, and because life had reverted me, and people were driving by, and I was dancing, I was hopping. Tevin came on, I was dancing because I needed to release it.
That video that I watched this morning, did you drop that one yet?
I did.
Okay, because you had me geeked with that video. I was like,
that's how I was feeling, girl.
I was geeked. I was like, okay, I see you.
It's out there.
Now dancing, now that is a good release too. I like that too. Find something that you like to do and do it. It's awesome.
I was like, take a walk your dog, walk yourself.
Yes.
Appreciate the beauty, because I just so happen to see the birds. Now let me just be honest about the birds. Okay, I did see the birds, and I think it's very beautiful what they were doing. But I was also dodging the birds because the earth is their bathroom. So I was like,
he was like, y'all ain't gonna get me. That's the thing.
But sometimes it takes you there, and it's my friend JoJo calls it her guilty ratchet pleasure, her ratchet pleasures or something like that. I forgot the exact terms that she used, but it's a pleasure to, when life reverts you to ratchet. Sometimes you got to have that ratchet moment. That don't mean going out there and having a slip of the lip and talking to folks like, all crazy and things. It means going within and finding a way to release that energy and release that so that you can show up as a better version of yourself. Yeah. Let me just be clear.
Right.
Okay. Don't go out cussing folks out and be like, yeah, I heard it on the podcast. When life revert me to ratchet, this is what I'm supposed to do. That is not what I said.
No.
That's not what I said. You go ahead. You want to pull a card?
Oh, okay. Oh. I am accepting my abundance overflow. I am accepting my abundance overflow. I'm accepting my abundance overflow. I got to say that a few times because I'm ready.
28 days of speaking it into existence. That was the theme for Florida for February. And part of that was abundance. The first week and the last 3 days of February are things related to abundance. We gotta be ready to accept it. Don't be blocking it with that negativity. Because sometimes when you are negative yourself and you're going through all of these things and you see the glass half full, you blocking the blessings that's coming your way.
You're right.
So lift yourself up out of that funk.
You're right. You're right.
And receive it.
But my hands is open.
Mine's too. If y'all listening, open your hands. Keep them open. Open your mind.
Get it. Keep it ready.
Okay. What advice would you give someone that they are just really on a hard time and they are keeping an open mind, but it's just hard right now. It's just hard right now. And I am trying. I've been trying for a long time. I hear what you're saying. It feels like that's not working for me. What would you tell that person?
Keep going. It will pass. Keep going, keep trying. Because you know what? That's normally when you know it's coming. You know what I'm saying? When it get hard, when it get tough. I feel like
sometimes it's hard though. I can remember being young, especially in my early 20s. And it was hard to see past that hardship. It was hard to see past it because I was in it and I felt like I was in it all the time. And I love that you said, keep going. Mm-hmm. Keep going. Even though you in it, just keep going. Keep going.
That's true. Keep going. I feel like that's the thing. You can't give up because in reality, if you give up, then what? All this hard work you done put into it is now just done. Just don't give up. You gotta look at, I would say, write down all the stuff you done did already. Write it down so you can say, you know what? Dropping the phone. You can look at it and say, everything hasn't happened for me yet. But look what all I have done.
Woo!
And be grateful for that. Come on. Be grateful for that. Because it's coming. And keep going. Serious.
It is coming. I love that. I love to be taking this journey with you.
Yes,
we have been on a lot of journeys together, y'all. Let me just tell you. But this one, I love it. I love it. I feel like you're my bestie.
Me too. That's my best friend. Hey.
And I love you so much.
I love you too, sis. I love you too.
So
my forever best friend.
My forever best friend. I love it. For what are your last words of encouragement to the young ladies out there, the young moms, the young ladies that's going through that hardship, or even young gentlemen, those couples? What would you say to them? Because let me just tell y'all, I did put couples on there because she is married. I am not married. That's just not my jam. But Ebony is really good at it. So, what would you say?
I would say even for relationships too, because I know I said that slogan for like children, but even in relationships, that go for that too. Anything worth having ain't easy. I feel like, for even with life stuff, even when things get hard, don't give up. I feel, if stuff ain't happening right now, it's just right now.
Just wait.
What I'm saying? Just wait. It's coming. Don't give up. Keep pushing.
Keep pushing, y'all.
It's coming.
Keep pushing. So if you're out there today and you listen to this podcast, you happen to come across Ebony and I chopping it up, and you're like, wow, those sisters are a little, they just all in it. Just keep going. That's what we ask you to do. Just keep going and keep trying. Because you know what? We rooting for you.
Yes.
And we want you to keep elevating. Because it is something out there for you.
Right. Keep pushing. Keep elevating. Come on. It's 2023. We just getting going. I would say I'm a paper person. I know everybody into their electronics and they taking their notes on their phone, but I would say if you need to set your goals. Write you some goals down and for real, work towards them. You gotta, and you might have to work towards them every day, but if you do, I promise you're gonna see some results. You just gotta do it.
There you go. You heard it right here on Me Time with Mind Escape Vibe with I.Am.Ebony. And y'all, we didn't get a glimpse of Wayne today, but I kind of wish, he was there at the beginning, but he's kind of leering away. He like, sis will call me out. Yes, I did, Wayne. Yes, I did.
He ain't listening. He went to the man cave. He went down to the man cave. Said, I'm gonna let them have their interview, and he took the kids and went down there so we wouldn't have no interruptions.
That's so nice. So Me Timers, this is it. This is Me Time with Mind Escape Vibe, where it is your time to be kind to your mind. And I was blessed today with one of the loves of my life, my sister. And I hope when you hear this blesses you. It blesses you. Like being here on this podcast with her today and being here on our video session today blessed me. I hope you have a great day, a great week, a great month, and a great year.
Amen.
We out. Have a great day.
Deuces.